20 years old, alone, in my dark apartment. I first watched the 1980s romantic, slightly campy film, Summer Lovers. Not a film known for its gravitas, but one that captured my imagination. The freedom, adventure, rebellion of a place a world away. Greece. I've returned to Mykonos a handful of times over the past 10 years, but this summer, I'd run the perimeter of the island while on a quest.
I came to Greece to find the truth.
We're just getting going. About 80 kilometers around the perimeter of Mykonos. It's a solo route, clearly. There's no trail. I will say, I think the last time I was up this early in Mykonos, I hadn't gone to bed yet. Alright, so I hit my first destination point, and what do you know? I came across my first early morning couple having sex on the beach.
Yeah, that's about where it ended. 12 miles in, I suddenly stopped with dramatic stomach pains. Sensing this wasn't an ordinary runner's stomach, I made the agonizing choice to walk home. Not exactly a bad place to rest, relax, and recover. Turns out, there was a different adventure in those Aegean winds. Even if I couldn't run, I ventured back out, still in the quest.
So I've been to the island a few times. I always think it's important to try to find some place new. But this place is definitely off the beaten path.
Built in 1891, after the British vessel Volta capsized, killing all 11 on board, the Armenides Lighthouse recalls Mykonos' rich maritime past. Today, the lighthouse stands in operation as a symbol of hope and security.
Let's go flyboarding. Up there. Whoa, watch this! Ow! I loved it. I've never done anything like that. And yeah, I was a little nervous at times, and that's when you can start to tutor back and forth. But then it's all about releasing control, but yet like still stabilizing. So cool, so cool. Good morning from Mykonos. Little day adventure, day trip, off we go.
Literally meaning something that can be seen, the island of Delos rose from the sea as Poseidon touched his trident to the waves, offering the banished Leto grace, refuge, and a place to give birth to perhaps the most important of all the Greek gods, Apollo. A city built in honor of its first son, the god of justice, music, science, and light, of enlightenment, harmony, and tolerance. Delos was the center of the universe. Could they ever have imagined it thousands of years later? That shining marble city, perfect only in the imagination, now weathered, worn, crumbling. I thought of the many pilgrims migrating to the city to worship, to debate politics, philosophy, to buy and sell wares, and then engaging in pure hedonistic pleasures. A city beautiful in its wounds, in its love and heartbreak, in its achievements and shortcomings, in its laughter and in its turmoil. I climbed toward the top of Mount Kynthos, where ancient victorious athletes would be crowned.
To think that I'm walking the same steps the civilization stepped a couple thousand years ago, longer. Man, awe-inspiring. We've reached the top of the trail. More trailhead markers than I've ever seen in my life. This is definitely it. Incredible views looking back towards Mykonos.
Delos live life to the fullest while striving for balance. In the spirit, I met up with friends of old and of new.
Look what I wrote. Motherfucker ran across Alaska.
Part of it.
Not many people can say that. You eat marathons for breakfast. By the way, that should be his tagline, Jenny.
What is it?
I eat marathons for breakfast. Because my face was on the porcelain god all day. My best friend, this was my best friend today. The bathroom floor. Here, this was made like this morning.
Leo.
We're working, people.
Iceberg! Right ahead!
We're trying to work here, people.
Background noise.
We'll fix it in post, sweetie.
It leads back to Summer Lovers. I might not have known it that first night I watched, but there was dialogue that helped shape my life.
You've had so many adventures. I've often wondered what a life like that would be like.
Like what?
Free, open.
Well, it's easier to say than to do. But if you're somewhat secure with yourself, you can experiment anything you want. It's just like exercising. It can hurt at first, but then it becomes a pleasure. I think if you want to feel alive, you must take risks.
Press with your knees and press the board out of the water and it'll pop you straight up.
Amazing. Amazing.
And so while I didn't run the perimeter of the island, maybe I still found the truth I was looking for.
Yep, just out of swimming. So freaking beautiful. So beautiful.